Hey, Geometry, and welcome back. A couple things to maybe help you guys stay motivated. Counting today, if my calculations are correct, I believe we have 20 days of remote learning left. That includes today, okay? So dig in there. I'll try not to give you too much work each day. It's one of those things, if you stay on top of it, do a little work each day, you'll be fine. Just don't get behind, okay? If you have questions, please reach out to me. I'm happy to help you. Okay, some of you have done a great job of that the past few days. I am happy to answer your questions. Join my chat or my group meet in the afternoon. I post the link at 2 o'clock every day. Okay, so join, ask some questions, or if you just want to say hi, I'll give it a go, but I'd be happy to talk to you. Okay, so when we look here, let's start off and identify some different angle pairs here. So 1 and 5. 1's right here, 5 is right here. Up to the left, up to the left. Okay, so those, hopefully you remember, are what we call corresponding angles. All right, and our next one, for this one, rather than 1 and 5, we're going to use angle 2 and angle 8. Now these are on outside of the lines, so exterior, and they're on either side, so we're going to call that alternate exterior. I'm just going to abbreviate alt exterior. Okay, you guys are fine to do that also. It's up to you. Okay, so now our next one. For this one, we're worried about angles 6 and 4. Now 6 and 4, they're on the inside, so that's interior, and they're also alternate. There's ones on each side. So alt, ALT for alternate interior. Okay, and then our final one up here, we're trying to identify what the relationship is between 4 and 5. Okay, so 4 and 5 right here, and there are two acceptable answers, either same side interior or consecutive interior. Okay, and I don't care which one you do. So same side interior, or you could have put consecutive interior. Okay, so now if we look here, let's clear our original picture, and we want to start off by establishing that some of these angles are going to be congruent every single time when you have parallel lines. So first thing, let's start off with angle 1 here and angle 3. Hopefully you remember those are congruent because those are vertical angles, and vertical angles are always the same. Okay, now yesterday we talked about how corresponding, so if you look right here for step 1, corresponding 1 and 5, those are also congruent we learned yesterday. So I can shade 5. And then from there, 5 and 7, once again, those are vertical. So we'll shade that in. And we have established 4 angles that have to all be the same. Okay. Now, let's grab a different color. And angle 2 and 4, hopefully you can see, are also vertical angles. Now, once again, you could either do 2 and 6 are the same because they're corresponding, or 4 and 6 are alternate interior. Either way, we learned yesterday that those are going to be congruent. Okay, and then finally 6 and 8 are vertical again. Or you could know that 2 and 8 are what we call alternate exterior, and remember alternate exterior are also congruent. So all of these orange ones, 2, 4, 6, and 8 are congruent with one another. All the green ones, 1, 3, 5, and 7 are congruent with one another. Okay, so if we scroll this down, that means that anytime they're the same color, we know they are congruent. Now when I say same color, we look back up to our picture here, and let me scroll up, and I mean they were either 1, 3, 5, and 7, or 2, 4, 6, and 8. And keep in mind, that's not based on the fact that those are odd or even. That's just how this one is laid out. Those numbers could move around. Those are just names that identify them. Okay, now 1 and 2, hopefully you guys remember, that's what we'd call a linear pair. So anytime it's one of each of those, it's a linear pair. It wouldn't have to be a linear pair. For example, 3 and 6 aren't a linear pair, but they still have the same characteristic. They are supplementary, which means they're going to add to 180. So right here, we could either write supplementary or add to 180. All right, so now let's scroll down here and we can establish that if this angle right here is 37, angle 6 also has to be 37 because those are what we call vertical angles. We also know that this angle and angle 4 right here are 4 is going to be 37 because that is what we call corresponding angles. And then angle 2 will also be 37 because those are alternate exterior angles with each other. Now, to figure out what the other set of angles is, we can take 180 minus that 37 because remember, they are supplementary. Okay, and we're going to get 143 here. 143 plus 37 adds up to 180, showing us that they are supplementary. Okay, so at this point, angle 1 we know is 143. Angle 3 is also 143. Angle 5, 143. And finally, angle 7 is 143. Okay, I'm sure you guys could do the same thing over here. You could figure out 4, 6, and 8 all have to be 103. Now to figure out what the other ones are, and let me add my angle signs. To figure out what the other ones are, we just take 180 and we subtract that 103 because remember they are supplementary. They add up to 180 and we get 77 degrees for each of those other ones. All right. So the final type of problem, we've talked about these concepts yesterday. Okay, so now let's put them into practice. The same idea. If it helps you, we can shade the colors. If that's something you want to do, use color when you do this on your notes. That's great. If it doesn't help you, you don't have to. The first thing I want us to do, though, is establish these two angles. They would be the same color, and it says find the value of x and y. In our case here, we only have an x, so we just have to find x. Those are what we call alternate exterior. So alternate exterior. And hopefully you remember, if they are alternate exterior angles, that means we can set them equal to each other. So 4x equals 3x plus 30. Now we're almost done. All we have to do to find the value of x is combine our like terms, subtract that 3x, 4 minus 3x, and we get x equals 30. Okay. Now, on our second one here, they're on the same side and they're on the interior. Okay, so either consecutive interior or same side interior. So let's always start by jotting that down so we remember what the relationship is. So now our same side interior angles, that means they are not equal. Instead, it's possible they're equal, but we know for sure that they add up to 180 because they are always supplementary. And we get equals 180. So let me quick erase that smudge. All right, so now at this point, let's combine our like terms. X plus 3x gives us 4x plus 24 equals 180. Then at this point, we will simply subtract 24. And we'll be left with 4x equals 160. Sorry, I made a mistake. It's going to equal 156. All right, and at this point, we can simply divide by 4. So we divide this by 4, and we get x to equal 39. Okay, we're just about done. Our final problem we're going to do here, I'll change color again. And these two angles are what we call alternate interior, which alternate interior means that they are equal to each other. So first off, let me quick move this. Whoa. All right. Now that we got that taken care of, let's do, we said they're equal. 2x plus 50 equals 5x minus 10. Okay, at this point, we'll add 10 to both sides. And we'll get 2x equal, or plus 60 equals 5x. Subtract the 2x. and we get 60 equals 3x, and then from there it's simple. Just divide by 3, and you get x equals 20. Okay, so remember, including today, we've got 20 days left of remote learning. Let's finish the year strong, get as much as we can out of this. Those of you especially that are really close to moving your grades up, let's see if we can boost it, okay? Right now is your chance. You've got notes to use, you've got resources, you can ask me questions. Let's see if we can get your grades to improve a little more. Have a great day, and I'll talk to you later.